Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Man of Thought. I hope most people are those who are preparing to go for the protest are actually going for protests, and certain individuals who decide to stay out of the chaos of the protest, they have their good reasons to do that. I'll be waiting for people to join me online because I have a message to pass across. And one of the message, I think I'll just put it up and then people can go ahead and check this particular video. There's nothing much I want to say. I just realized something that the spirit of the people is beginning to drown for the protest number one. Some people are still protesting, possibly, but I don't think the energy for the protest was the way it was even before the protest or the first day of the protest, which is August 1st. And I understand it is easy for people to make decisions to fight war. It is easy for people to make decisions to protest. All these things are very easy until reality sets in. And it's not because they wouldn't have the right to do what they're supposed to do as their civil duty and the rest of it. But it's basically because when preparations are not set in place, we are always bound to fail as humans. So, in a nutshell, I can remember something vividly that people like the Igbos, during the time that they were fighting for their liberations, the Biafras, the first time, it was a little bit, according to history. I wasn't there, I wasn't born at that time, but I can say what I read. According to history, during the time of Biafra war, with trying to liberate themselves from Nigeria, one of the things that was said was the only reason why Biafra had to give up that war was basically because the Nigerians were destroying their crops. The Nigerians were destroying everything they had for food. And it was like when the Biafrans made a decision to fight war and to separate themselves from the Yorubas and the Igbos, the Yorubas and the Hausas, there was no enough preparation for food. And because there was no enough preparation for food, they kind of lost the war. So when hunger begins to set in and you begin to fight after days, you realize you get weak at the end of the day and you don't have the energy to proceed in the battle. Same thing is kind of applicable in today's issues. If you make a decision that you want to fight war or you want to protest, let's just use the word protest because this is not war, but it's kind of, there are no similarities, but when we make a decisions like 10 days, we are going to be protesting. And in that protest, people are not going to go to work and the rest of it. It shows exactly that we are not prepared because there was no even provision for it. Nobody provided anything. There was no organization that provided and says that, okay, for 10 days, Nigerian youth are going to be protesting. And if Nigerian youth are going to be protesting, there is going to be something that they would use to keep up with themselves. When we were making this decision to protest, there was no provision that we would have something to fall back on after 2 days, after 3 days, after 4 days. People just went ahead to scream solidarity. And that's fine, they have the right to do that. But reality has set in, and right now the voices are beginning to come down. I imagine some people now, those who are one of the activists, they begin to talk about Tonto Diki and the rest of it. They were not talking about the protest, and they are not talking about the protest anymore. And I'm like, what's really changing right here? And that takes me to what today's plan is going to be. Around 4 p.m. today, I will be with one of my brother, and we are going to be debunking a few things regarding the protest, regarding the future of Nigeria. He actually has more insights on a lot of subjects. That's one of my favorite man, Mr. Olubode Adeola. We're going to be having an episode today. So for those people who are going to be joining us live, who want to be part of the discussion, please, you're free to come. Whatever contribution you have, we welcome it. We're going to be talking about Nigerians. We're going to be talking about the diasporas. We're going to be touching on every subject today around 4 p.m. African time. What can the diaspora do? Because it's not funny when people were protesting and in Newcastle yesterday, people were just jubilating like it's not their country, like they don't give a damn about Nigeria. And there's nothing wrong about people deciding not to participate in the protest. But when Nigerians are fighting or when Nigerians are protesting, fighting for their rights, some people in other countries, some Nigerians in other countries, do not give a damn about it. I know some do, but some of them don't. And we have to look at why we make decisions like this. We will talk about a lot of subjects. So if you haven't yet subscribed, you should subscribe before 4 p.m. today. And I want to appreciate those who have always been subscribing, who have been subscribing, who have been supporting me. And may God bless you. Set your questions. I would like those of us who are going to be participating, if you have questions, please raise your questions by 4 p.m. when we are coming on live to make a video on both the protest and everything. Everyone is welcome. Your messages are all well. It's going to be read. It's going to be accepted. It doesn't matter. It's just that some people, Nigerians, they like doing some dumb things sometimes. Some people will just try to upset the host, try to get into the skin of the guest or something like that. But regardless, I am bulletproof. You can't actually get into me by insult or the rest of it. It doesn't work. But regardless, everyone is welcome because I believe they don't need to be discrimination if we are trying to impact knowledge to each other. So subscribe now and wait till 4 p.m. today. We are going to be coming live. If you have any question, please set them and throw your questions to us. Have a blessed day. I will be heading somewhere very soon right now. But before 4 p.m., I have to relax, get myself ready, and we'll be live fully. See you in my next video by 4 p.m. And join me and Mr. Olubode Adeola. Adios, amigos. Bye-bye for now.